Maku X Huki best ship in Bionicle changed my mind.
Basically the only one that they creators supported, so yeah.
What about my Jala and Holly?
They kind of teased that in Mask of Light, so yeah.
And in Monog, Harley puts a little flower on Jala's head and says, "Come surfing on the beach."
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry.
Jala and Harley on the same team, the same size. Imagine Huki and Maku. Huki's a weird sea creature monster man now, and Maku's a child. It's weird.
Nah, they can still do it. He can give her a pat on the head, as I've learned.
Just batting her on the head, and he's just going, "Oh yes."
What 2001 is actually low-key about is colonialism. So the Toa moved from their homeland to this new island of Larnuu, and the native animals, they just start fighting them for no reason. Like, the whole that they're evil is just propaganda. They're just colonizing Larnuu.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like this comment. I want that kind of tan. Pure black skin would be awesome.
This guy really wanted to say the N-word.
Like, Arkma betrayed the entire city of Metro Nui. But when he came to Larnuu, he was like, I need to up the ante. What am I going to do next? Yeah, I know what. Blackface. Is that literally not what he did?
That is exactly what he did. Yeah, you know what? I could reform, take advantage of this new opportunity to live this cool village life. Nah, blackface.
Why did Onewa let him back into the Koro?
Because he has so much lower standards than Bakama.
I'm doing this for blackface.
Isn't the story thing that Bakuda actually found his pod?
Bakuda was like, they did it intentionally. They hate you. What? So it was just coincidence. But I feel like Onowa saw his pod and was like, let's kick this dickhead off.
And then Okama's like, Onewa, what are you doing?
Like, shut up, bitch. It's like, are you killing Matora? No, I'm only killing the Akmal. Nobody else.
What female character in Bionicle is your favorite?
I feel like there's a better way to word that sentence.
My favorite female character is Rahagagaki. Rahagagaki uses her shitter spitter. Oh, we've been searching these ruins for so long, Norik.
Oh, wise makes us old. Old what? Wise makes... Okay. Age makes us wise. I don't know what the fuck I just said.
Oh, wise make us old.
In 60 years, your tombstone will read IDS 5621. Wise makes you old.
Well, maybe you get so wise. The stress to learn everything just ages you.
I never thought about it like that. You're a real philosopher, aren't you?
I mean, Gaki's much wiser than Dalu, so...
Dalu was pretty wise. She was able to escape that...
Dalu's cool because she literally had, like, anger management issues.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes something cool?
That does make her cool. You have a volatile mental illness. Cool.
Nudaka or Maku?
Maku, you're treading pedophilia grounds, so...
Yeah. Do you think Gamator and Maku is the most pure being in the Bionicle lore? I don't know.
Weird. Oh, she was defiled multiple times by Huki.
Yeah, I think so. I think they did the dirty.
I think Matoro is pretty pure. Bitch.
Yeah. Matoro definitely died a virgin.
Yeah. I mean, no. I think Nuju probably molested him a few times.
Alright, fine. He never had consensual sex his whole life. Oh no, poor Matoro.
Once he got all self-important in 2007, Harley was giving him a bit more attention. Then Jala put him in his place, so... Jala robbed him of his last hope.
Ugly.
When I hear people pronounce Inika as Inika, I cringe. Looking at LJ. LJ says Inika? I've heard that a few times.
God.
It's terrible.
Special needs, kid.
Hey.
You may be one Inika, you might be many.
Hey, you can't say uniquer.
That's their word, dude.
I want to give a shout out to Inikers.
The question is for all of you, who is your least favorite Toa? In canon? Lesovic, probably.
You can't knock any of the Inika, they're all god tier.
Kongu is racist. He was so pissed when a Toa of Earth got to fly. That is a compelling argument that Kongu's the worst.
That is true. His argument was that someone of a different race didn't deserve to fly, essentially.
That is legitimate racism. I like to joke about Jala being horribly racist in Mask of Light, but it's technically a joke. So.
Well, Kongu actually has racial prejudice against Nipara. He's like, ugh, he's my least favorite Iniker.
You might need to start explaining that.
We're quoting LJ right
Yeah, LJ was...
He says Iniker. I just allowed Baraki Paraka any day.
Yeah, Baraki would be clapping the Baraki cheeks if they ever got in a conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, they might have been warlords, but Paraka are fuckers.
Paraka are pretty smart. They were able to use the Zammer sphere to take all Brutaka's power.
Baraki launched fucking leeches, basically. If
True.
some dude grabbed a slingshot and flung a leech at you, you'd be like, fuck off, dude. Get away.
Not like that. What are you doing? It's stop. It's just like a mild irritation that the leech is being hurled your way. Let's put it this way, okay? If a man fell in a river in like a city, like Dabraka could build an attack helicopter.
Yeah.
Granted, Dabraki could swim to the man in the river in like a city, but let's just ignore that.
I actually have the ambulance from that emergency collection. I bought it back in the day, unlike you buying on the second-hand market. I can believe you.
Whatever. You didn't buy the rescue helicopter. That's the true item.
I wanted the man to drown in fucking like a sea.
Hydraxin is Bionicle equivalent of Shazam. What?
Kind of. Actually, no, the Bionicle are kind of like that. They got shocked with random lightning out of the sky and then they became Toa.
None of those characters can actually change back at will, like Shazam can, so IDS is right. The Bionicle are closer than Hydraxin.
I felt bad for Dakar. Why? Actually, Dakar is cooler before he becomes Hydraxon. The whole, he just became Hydraxon with the exact same memories was one of the pointless things ever.
Yeah.
He's going to be the exact same thing with the same memories. What's the point of killing the original?
They had to do it, brother. It was the only way. Presumably, he was more effective against the Baraki after he died.
A child was doing a better job than a grown man.
Basically, the guy who trained the original Toa, yeah, he sucked.
Well, there you go.
Thanks, Bonko. Thanks, Greg.
Bionicle really pushing a pro-white agenda by making Matora the most important one. He saves all the Toa of color.
Actually, if you look at it, it's actually races against whites because of the fact that, it's like saying that we need to take upon the sins of our previous ancestors. The Matora sacrifice was reparations for his inherent white sin, if you think about it.
I don't know, but it's like the help. He's the white savior.
Yeah, I think I'm more with the savior thing.
Well, but it's like he's a white savior, apologizing for all the shit that the whites have done. Kai, how do you feel about these theories about how we're trying to put racial supremacy into Bionicle?
I have a feeling that they were trying to steer clear of all that stuff.
Kirk is like, rocking around being blind and just being like, oh, I'm evil and stuff, and then
Actually, I'm not to be Barnacle Lord dickhead here. So the Fantoka Makuta are blind, while the Stika Makuta I don't think are blind.
No, they're not.
oh,
Which I don't
Just
remember the
purple.
reasoning for that. Why did they end up blind?
Because when Matora reactivated Martinui's life force, Cardanui lit up like a Christmas tree. And everyone else apparently decided, I'm gonna shield my eyes. Those kids were like, what's that over there? And got fucking blinded.
So it just so happened that the ones who looked more like bats ended up not averting their eyes?
They happened to be up in Cardanui flying around, so I guess they were more exposed to it. I
Okay.
call it convenient, but for me personally, I buy it.
One thing, Warriorback says, I don't think Neutron was blind. I don't remember if he was, but if so, then he just merges with Vikan just for the fun of it. The other guys do it so they can see.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Neutron was like, come here, little boy. You gotta take you like a ride you ever seen before. Never met a producer that can rap and control the maestro.
Vikan's been riding Neutron since women were wearing sassoons. It's crazy.
Ew. I actually looked up the scene in the book where Gali tells the Toa of Life to kill himself. Tahu's like, oh yeah, hey dude, you should kill yourself. And then he violently runs up to Tahu, pins him against the wall, and starts beating his face in.
I do like that idea though, because Toru Ignite's just being a selfish idiot. He's just been wanting to roleplay as a hero. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, do your job.
Yeah. Something else interesting that I didn't realize is that apparently when they first meet him, he couldn't talk. He hadn't developed a voice yet.
He had developmental disorders.
So when they meet him, they're like, do you have Downs?
He's like, yeah.
That's his first word. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Gali does rationalize it like you need to be like Matora.
Well, they literally just found out secondhand that Matora did that, and then she's gonna be like, yeah, this guy that I sort of knew when I was a Toa, and I never really paid him any mind. Yeah, he actually killed himself to save Motonui, so you should do the same thing.
Gali's that girl that convinces his boyfriend to kill himself.
Oh no!
All the simps that Larnuu would do it for her. Like
Pretty
my queen.
much. They'd feel no shame either.
That's the reason why Tahu hates her so much in Mask of Light.
My sister convinced all my brothers to kill themselves.
You care about snatches? I'm gay.
After they convinced the Toa Ignitica to kill himself, Tahu remembers there was some kind of choice that he made, and only Kopaka was aware of it and supported him in making the choice.
Supporting choice.
Yeah, Kopaka was pro-choice. Yeah.
Brother, I don't want to be an uncle.
Brother, I've been trying to push Onua to abort. I can't have him have our child.
Why so sussy, Kopaka?
I love him and I miss him.
Tahu has to explain that to Golly and be like, yeah, Golly, I lied to everybody.
And she's all like, what?
That's when the nostalgia critic starts screaming because the liar revealed plot.
I hate the liar reveal plot!
Tahu and Kopaka led the others to the Codex. The Hatch imprisoned them inside after entry, and Tahu and Kopaka explained what they had learned from Helrix to their teammates. If they left, the newly developing energy storms that were overrunning Cardinui would vaporize them. Tahu and Kopaka then told their teammates they had to dwell in Toa canisters due to the Codex's lack of life support functions and sleep until the time came when Mananui needed them. What's the decision there? Should we die or should we live?
Golly being an idiot still freaks out because of my reveal plot.
It's true!
Lie to me.
We could have died.
Golly's still an idiot.
Alone with Gali, Tahu confessed that since they entered the Kodrak, he had regained all the details of his and his team's past life prior to arrival on the island Mananui. Why did he suddenly get all the...
That doesn't-
Anyway.
yeah, no.
Because it's like, hey, I know I remember our past life. Hey, Tahu, what happened? Well, we could have either died or go to canister. Oh, well, Tahu, lie revealed.
That's stupid. Okay, so he apologized to Gali for not informing his fellow team when he first made the decision for all of them. Gali acknowledged his apology and forgave. Apology for what? He saved their lives. What is he apologizing for?
Tahu sim confirmed.
He's like, sorry, babe.
Sorry, I saved all you guys, man. I should have let us die. Like, what?
It would have been actually funny if Tahu said it like sarcastically and Golly said, I forgive you sincerely. And
That would
Tahu
be
says on
hilarious.
stage, what the fuck?
There should have been something where, like, people were in danger, and the Toa had to make a choice to risk their lives to see if they could save the people, or
Yeah.
secure their future as protectors of Mananui. And Tahu had to
Yeah.
make that choice.
That's something to apologize for. Tahu's just like shifting into our canisters. Oh wait, all of Gali's friends are outside.
And then later, I'm sorry to let your friends die.
I do really like the idea that Kopaka's like, yeah, thumbs up, dude. Let's save ourselves.
I hate those bitches. Let's go.
Do you think Kopaka is the type of guy to go, oh, hell yeah?
Yeah, I think he is.
Rock sheet, base, and red pill.
That's good.
Basically, 2009 promoted both pedophilia and bestiality, considering that Kina wanted to fuck Barracks and Mananui, one who was a child and one who was an alien.
Hold on. Mananui is also a god, so what's that considered?
If you fuck God, he's a different species, so it's still bestiality.
Oh shit. Dang. I don't want to think about that.
In G3, if homosexuality is a thing, like what would you do? Shit, I know a Kopaka.
I would be so honored, because come on, where else are they going to come up with that idea?
When you did come over here, it's just like the first time they interact with one another, it's just like...
Oh no, it's like the very first time. That would suck.
I know, it's like, it was love at first sight when I saw the white.